Accessing your ceiling plane's properties is quite simple to do. The first option is to select, then right click and it would open up the properties window. The second option is to double click on your ceiling plane. And the very last one is to select and then go to that properties tool right there. In the first tab, we've got the plane properties, which will cover the name of your ceiling plane. Next, we have the height, which means that it is placed directly on top of your walls. The next you'll see is grayed out is the pitch. The ability to change the pitch is actually quite simple. What you need to do is select on the edge of your ceiling plane right there to make sure that you select the edge of it. And make sure your mouse is on the inside of your ceiling plane, just as we've discussed in the selection tool. Then right click, it should open up the properties and you'll see the pitch selector right there is currently available to edit. We can insert whatever pitch we'd like from that point in there. For example's sake, we can change to 10 degrees. Just make sure to hit the rebuild button. And if we look at this in 3D, you can see it has changed my pitch of my ceiling plane by 10 degrees. To get this back to the original pitch, we can go to that selection right there. I'm going to double click on the inside of the plane line and then make sure that the pitch is 0 again and hit rebuild. And it goes back to normal. You can do that same thing in 3D by selecting on the edge of your ceiling plane and then going to the plane tab right there. The next one we have is the max truss layout separation. Now what this actually is the ability to separate your joists, your studs, or the verticals, depending on what you would like to call it or refer to them as, is the verticals right there, or the joists in that sense. Now, if I would like to change this, let's say for example's sake, to 5 meters, just to show you what it changes, I can hit rebuild. Yes, and we go to the project tab. You can see now it's separated by 5 meters. Let's go back and change the properties back to normal. Hit 600. And there we go. In the project tab, you can see it is back to normal. The joist angle is the same as changing the joist angle right there. Next, you can choose where you'd like to make sure that this ceiling plane is visible. You can have it visible in level 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. You can make it visible or invisible by deactivating or activating that checkbox right there.